afternoon and all that business to those of you, maybe evening. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together we are
PM Artist Studio.
Oh, you're a little...
I'm low.
You're kind of
Raspy.
raspy today.
Sorry.
Who do we have with us as well? Would you like to introduce her?
This is Selva Vantana.
There you go. She finished her.
I couldn't.
Tell you what, can't keep this lady away from her stuff if she hasn't, got anything else to do. That's okay.
I'm going to talk about it, though.
Okay, well, let's say hello to everyone here. I'm
Okay.
going to do a little poppy-outy chat. And then be sure to let me know that you guys are here in the chat, because I don't know you're here. Otherwise, you're just a number. That is totally fine. Lurk away. We very much appreciate that. But if you're going to lurk, please do give the thumbs, the upsies. We very much appreciate that. Extremely important in the very beginning here, because it lets other people know something fun is happening over here.
Sends waves out into the universe.
It does that as well. Yes. So good morning to Anne, Brad, Carrie, Eva, Brenda, Kelly, Lisa, Liz, Marsha Markle, Mary Ann, Pandora's Box, which is also Dot, Panka. All right, guys. Good morning. If you are here, do let me know. It'll then show up in the participants. I'll say hello to you in the chat and all that. Let's see. It is July 3rd, nonetheless. Can you believe that? Happy 4th of July to everyone.
Absolutely. Is it the 4th?
Well, today's the 3rd.
Oh.
There will be fireworks tonight. That does happen on the 3rd. Quite a bit around
and
here.
It's very dry here, and I'm really concerned.
I know, I am too, man. We went and saw some family yesterday, and driving out that way, I mean, it was clear on the other side of Dallas, basically Fort Worth, really. Not even Dallas. But yes, very dry. I mean, not a lot of green.
Things are brown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's always a bad deal.
Bad deal.
So, there we go. Hello, Gayla. And Constance. I'm so glad you guys are here. Angela rolling in here. Connie. All right, guys. So, yes, P finished the head. Now known as Selva Vantana.
Yes.
Jungle window. Windows to the jungle. Which I think is very fitting for her.
I do too.
I love her. She's a little alien looking too, which I think is pretty groovy.
Yeah.
Like lizard people kind of.
A little bit, yes. She's incognito in the woods.
Yeah.
And I think there are
Ricky.
I don't know if tribes is politically correct, but tribes in the Amazon that actually
I think that is politically correct.
actually can make themselves look like they're part of the forest with,
Chameleon-like.
yeah. You don't see them.
Camo.
Camo. Forest camo.
Forest camo. So, do tell us how you, because the last you guys saw of Selva
Yes.
Vantana was that she had her bottom was beginning.
And her bottom is done.
Covering up all the negative feelings. You just bumped that camera and I'm going to bonk you. I just said it, and she told me like 5 minutes before we started here. Or
Well, I had to
7 minutes.
move it out of the way because I kept bonking it with her head when I was trying to, turn her and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, it's best that I
Just get it out of the way.
care of this and move it out of the way before I really do some serious damage
Good morning, Darcy.
to the lens.
Yes.
But here's her bottom. Can you see her bottom? Goes over the edge all the way around. That's probably where I'll do my signature. I don't know. I may do my signature out here on the lower part of the forest. I don't
What do they call that? That's
The floor.
The floor. Forest floor. Say that 5 times.
And I noticed I've got a couple of places I need to work on here.
I noticed that when I was
As I
photographing
was
her.
turning it, I just noticed that. But that's okay. I know what to do. I actually could just glue that. But I'm waiting for the Mod Podge to sort of set up. Ooh, that's
We'll
biggie.
get back to her in 6 months.
Before I seal her up.
Jolene?
But
Susie?
I want to do that because I think that that's going to be important in preserving the color, because there's paint, there's
Well, luckily you
lots of rubbings on here, so there's oil pastels.
Yeah, you have the outdoor. I don't know if it's got UV or. I didn't read but she did use some.
I had to because we were out of gloss.
Yeah. Oh, I still haven't ordered any gloss.
Well, you need to get on that.
Hey, Violet. Kathy?
Violet, have you heard from Fran?
How is Fran doing? She's ready to be added to the tropical forest. Yes. We're going to release her to the wild. Also known as, becoming regular decor around here.
Yes, we have lots of heads. I think we should
Well, you know what we should do?
get rid of the fish. I mean, we're down to one anyway. Come on.
No,
now.
there's actually two in there.
Oh.
You remember, there's the
the
cleany
little-
one, but you never really see it.
They don't socially interact anyway. So, if we got rid of that, we could line them up there.
I would love to be rid of the fish.
Well, I just think he needs to go and find some more friends.
Yeah, we need to rehome the fish.
Rehome the fish.
It's a koi.
And his buddy died.
Yeah. Which was kind of weird. I think there was, I don't know.
Yeah, there
Fish are tricky little things.
Well, anyway.
Fran she still has a sore throat, difficult time speaking, she's bored, sick of being sick, wants to go
Oh
home.
man, I know. I get sick of being sick too. It makes me angry.
P is a angry sick person.
I'm an angry sick person.
You just
don't
best
talk
to leave
to
her
me.
alone.
Yeah,
Just
just
leave her in the hole. And
throw food at me. Bottled drinks.
if she does make movement down into the regular part of the house, don't really engage her until she engages you. That's how to deal with it.
Yeah, I just really I like her. I think she turned out, and I want to talk about some things here.
Okay.
So, can we go
Topside?
Yeah.
Sure, I can do that. Hopefully you haven't bonked the camera enough. Alright, you didn't do too bad of a job there.
Do you want me to adjust it?
No, don't you touch
I
it.
always like to hear her.
She knows it makes me crazy because she never does it right.
Okay,
I have to turn the screen around.
I wanted to save these pieces and parts here because then you will be able to relate to what is actually on Selva, I think. But you can see I have a lot of this. And what I did is I actually used the same stencil that the new one, oh my God, did I actually put it away? I probably did. Amazing.
She sort of
There's a
cleaned
whole
up
bunch
yesterday.
of other stuff out here that, well, somebody had requested that we, review some of the older stencils that we had,
Yes.
and so I've got those out. But remember, this was what I used for,
This is aqueous effervescence. People are
yes,
pretty darn excited about it too, I'll tell you.
and this is what I used for my trunks. But you can see on this one, I mean, it has so many layers. And it has actually the two different gel prints. Then I went over it with the big aqueous effervescence, the large one.
Oh yeah, that's kind of new since we last streamed. We went ahead and created. Hello, Gucci. Welcome. We added a larger so you can get it. You know how we do. In some of these patterns, we kind of make a bigger version and then the smaller pattern. We did that with.
And I love that because what that
spiral.
offers, here, I found it.
I found it over
there.
here.
Hey, and remember we've got this guy in the shop now too.
Oh yes, Rusty Rivets.
Rusty Rivets is present and accounted for.
Carrie, did you get your order from your friend? Now that you are in hot Chicago, he has landed. He said it was 87 degrees and it was hot. Don't
very
come
hot.
to Texas.
Oh, I happen to have
You'll be very hot.
yeah. They're married up here.
Yes, big shocker. So she was going through some of her folders, and Brad was up here. He's like, "Oh my!" That's like, you see. I think I do joke, but the thing is that it is true.
And I really like this little dude because I can move it around the cabin. I'm going to show you in a minute here. I can't believe I put that away. See, that's what happens when you get organized.
Yeah. Don't do that.
You can't find stuff. Oh, I'll tell you what. My nose just keeps running and running and running.
It was very windy yesterday.
I know, and I spent some time outside.
No, there you go. Don't organize and don't go outside.
Yeah, don't do it. Okay. So, and I just put my contrast word away. I just need to get it back out and just tape it right there. Because that's what we're talking about here, is contrast. The other thing that you need to be aware of is once you get a film of oil pastels, thank you, God.
Hit the nettle or something.
Got a scratch in the record.
I'll bump the table. Get her set back in place.
Contrast is important. It's also important if you get a film on these, all you need to do is just take some clear, just gel plate over it with some clear stuff, and you got a whole nother surface.
Or if you want a more rough surface, if you wanted to come in like with pencils or anything like that, you could always do the texture gesso.
Texture gesso, and I would paint that on. I don't necessarily use that on my gel plate. I never have. I don't know why you couldn't, but
just seems like that could go badly, perhaps. Maybe.
I don't know.
Like a buildup or something of it.
I don't know. I haven't felt that adventuresome, and I'm not willing to,
sacrifice a plate.
Sacrifice one of my plates.
Well,
to
you
the
could do it on one of the little
altar
ones.
of creativity. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about here. When you're doing your rubbings, if you keep moving it, you're going to get interesting things, because here there's this one spot here that I absolutely love on this. Is it shining?
Well, you're gonna have to give her a little wiggle for people to see, shiny.
Well, I don't want the shiny. I want to see the pattern.
Yeah, you can see the pattern.
Okay, that's what I'm going for here.
Okay, very good.
Because it looks viney-like. And you know how sun dapples through leaves? That was part of what I was trying to achieve here. And, I don't think I did everywhere, but I absolutely think it overall has that effect of light and leaves and dense forest matter. So, anyway.
A lot of thought goes into that head.
A lot of thought went into this head.
From one head to another.
And I wanted to show you. Okay, I love this one. And this one was obviously you can see here. This is the first one.
Uh-huh.
Then went over it with I think I mixed up the this with some of the green gold.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that.
And got that nice print on there.
Oh, Carrie's gonna start one when he gets home. Ahead.
I know. They're just so much fun. I'm really into it, and I want to do another one.
Do we have another one?
Yeah, we got another one up here on the back here.
I can't see past the forest.
Yeah, she's back there. And see, this is another one. Look at that. Isn't that cool looking?
It'd be fun to do shapes. Because it's very sculptural. We could even go to the craft store or whatever and get, those foam balls, and they have those things to build the, do floral arrangements and stuff with, even. Those rings. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, you don't even need to do that. You can do it all with newspaper.
Oh, well, that's true.
And masking tape. Because I used to make masks with my junior high kids. and they absolutely loved it. We would take things like, and I noticed I loved Violet's milk jug woman.
Oh, that was great.
If you take and you cut that up, and it's pliable enough that you can roll it and make forms.
Yeah.
All kinds of things. And you could tape it together and make anything you want to with masking tape. The thing about it is you do have to cover it with a layer of the paper towel because it's very
Slick.
It's slick, but you also want to reinforce. It's squishy, so you want to get some stability to it.
Right. You want to start creating a hard coating
Yes.
of some sort to hold the form.
Yes, because then when you start painting on your papers, your tissue papers, it's not going to bounce and boing back at you.
Yes.
And I'm speaking from experience there. You can take the lids of yogurt.
We
Yogurt.
say that because it's easy to say yogurt.
You can cut these things up and they make marvelous noses
Oh, and ears.
and ears. And I mean, it's just really whatever your imagination will.
My nephews, I have a rabbit and a dragon that still need to be finished. We could just collage on those.
Well, we could.
You got some green there. It'd be great for the dragon.
Oh, it would. No, I don't know if I want. I think I'm kind of.
Oh, are you?
I
Oh,
don't know. I just.
she goes through these little phases.
Yeah, and you just. But I do have a lot of leftover paper here.
I told her we should send it to somebody.
We probably should. And could, and I'm going to show you.
Are you willing to
I've
do
got
that?
another project here. But now this one, I went with the, okay, so.
You did something else to that one.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
All right, so it's got this on this side, and you can see it a little bit through the thing. Remember we talked about why you would print on two sides. Well, now I can come back in with,
Good. Carrie's going to do the full process.
he's going to do the full.
Unlike the PM way, which is we're going to show you little bits and pieces over a million gazillion weeks.
I didn't think that was very funny.
No, I love you. That's just how we operate, though.
It is.
It's just the PM way.
Nothing is done in a timely manner here.
No. But doing a process like that, the thing is that the time is the time. That's what it takes. But,
Well, you have to wait for drying time too, and especially with these, you should start with your base and let your base dry well, because then you'll be able to stand it up. I was really kind of fighting with that. Okay, this is some
I think
kind
that's
of,
one of the reasons you kind of have a few little lifty areas here and there, is that you kind of pushed it a little quick.
I think that I did, well, I definitely did. I didn't allow it to dry. Now this is what I'm talking about, getting that viney effect. You just keep moving your,
That really is quite wonderful. You were telling me, but sometimes.
you just move it around. Now you can move your stencil or your paper, whichever is most handy for you. And don't do just the same color everywhere,
Hello, Niecy.
because
Hey, Gretchen.
that's really boring.
I love those colors together. Like I can subscribe to the green when it is kind of in this realm. I know that makes you happy.
Yeah. I worry about that a lot.
I know you do.
It's kind of like watercolor. If you're going to do a large area, try to change out things a little bit. Don't just do the same dead-gum color everywhere.
No, it gets flat.
Yeah. All right, I think you can see that. Now, I want to do some with the smaller, and you're going to see what happens here. Because the smaller one is going to give you a whole different effect. And I'll use a color that I don't have out there so that you can really see it. Let's see.
Ooh, okay.
What?
Carrie says watch out for UPS from Wednesday onwards. You might be getting a package from Gary Griffiths. That's very sad.
Ooh. Okay, that doesn't work.
We're here to show you things and show
Yeah.
things not to do. Which
Yeah.
color was that?
It was pukey pink.
And you had trouble with that one the other day.
Yeah, I think it's got some stuff on the side of it where I've used it really.
It picked up some other things, and it's kind of...
Because one of the things that I really wanted to do and did do on this was, remember she used to be pink and kind of reddish and bluish and whatever, but I've allowed some of those to kind of still be there.
It's funny, in the camera, they're showing up a bit more rusty looking than the pink. They are indeed actually more pink.
But I think it's because of the proximity of the other color.
True.
The green. Here's the other thing about this. If you do decide that you want verticals, and you notice I did add some horizontals and some diagonals simply to break up that, you know, I didn't want you to zoom off the page.
Yeah.
But I would add those first. When I first did this, I thought, you know, it would have been a whole lot easier if I had just put the green down, put the black on top of it. A whole lot less have a hassle. But here's the thing. Look at these nice areas that you get here where you've kind of made it look a little less straight.
Yeah, here's the thing with that. Yes, efficient-wise, probably much more efficient way to get her done. But composition-wise, and for artistic, yes. No, you got to put the time in to do the various layering, so that way things are interwoven. That is going to create more interest.
It is, and you know, don't be afraid to use a color that's real, because if you look at trees and whatnot, trees are all, they have all different kinds of things going on.
Yeah, it's not just one flat color of green. Even in a leaf.
Yeah, even in a leaf. Yes.
Hello, Linda. Good morning. Welcome.
And when you do your frottage.
Oh, I'm glad you. No worries, Carrie. Go have fun in Chicago. He's got a lunch date.
Oh.
Sounds fun.
Absolutely.
I love being on vacation and eating. That's my favorite thing.
And remember with your crayons, with your pastels, don't get big old long ones. Little ones are much nicer to use, and you get better effects.
Yeah, so if you're a purist of keeping your crayons...
Yeah, this ain't the game for you.
No. I mean, you can still get it done, but you're not going to get the same results. Oh, dim sum. We may have to go to
What's
the...
your
Tom
yum?
No, I want to go. I want the...
I want tom yum. I love that soup. Okay.
The house.
Now,
What is
you
it?
can go over your big ones with your little one. But you can see why it's not working very well is because I have a film built up there. So I'm trying to hit the areas where I can see that there really isn't.
Well, and that's actually working
cool.
to your advantage, because now you're filling in and creating more layers.
Creating more layers.
Yes, that's the one. Thank you, Brad.
Isn't that lovely? What?
It's the dumpling house? Yes, that's the one. Don't you want some dumplings?
No, I don't like dumplings as much as you do.
I love them.
I mean, I like them, but I really like the spiciness of the...
Would you like some help? You're scaring me.
Good Lord. I'll tell you what.
I'm going to switch to the big camera, and then I'm going to screenshot that, and that's going to be the new thumbnail.
And I mean, even if you're just changing the color ever so slightly.
They are oil pastels, Devin.
Yeah. And I'd show them to you, but the lid's in the... And I don't want to do that right now. I think these are crayons.
The best ones...
These are Sargents.
Oh.
And Sargents are pretty cheap, or they used to be.
Yeah, I think...
I don't know.
Generally speaking, they are of a more economical price point.
Yeah.
The crayons are very expensive these days. They used to be a bit more economical.
Really?
Remember when we looked? Because I was trying to say, because everything that she has is like 20 years old, so I don't always know. Because we don't, you know, you aren't going to search around for things that you already have, but then we kind of do because we want to let you guys know if it's something that you can get or not. Well, so the Craypaws, now they have different ones. They have student grade.
Well, these are definitely student. Oh, maybe they're not. Maybe
well, those are the sergeants, right?
These are the sergeants. These are artist quality.
Of the sergeant. There you go.
So, you know, I like them because they're square and they don't roll off the table. I know that doesn't seem like a very big deal to
when you art like she does,
you know, I'm always, yeah, and I roll over them and they're done.
She rolled up, what was it, that blue one that, well, Izzy, I think, was partial in that whole situation, but there's a blue spot in the carpet.
Okay, I think you can see I don't have to, you know, belabor this, and it is messy.
Gayla says that's what she needs in her life, more layers.
Layers, yeah. I love wintertime because then, you know, I can layer up and look fluffy. In summertime, I just look fat.
Brad says, full combat art, get ready.
Okay. Anyway, everybody got the idea of what's happening here.
I love it.
Okay. That's the reason you need both of these is not because we're selling stencils, but because you need variety. You can't get that.
Well,
now, you do have some kind of, you do have variety within the stencil, but you really can't get the viney effect with this little one. You've got to have
the big one.
The big one. Now, you don't have to have the big one. You can have this big one.
You know what's funny? You say this because this is the first time we're talking about this. Because like I said, that, you know, you guys didn't even know necessarily, unless you've been to the shop, that we had the bigger version. There have been quite a few people that have placed their order that did exactly what you're showing right now. They ordered the 9x12 or the 8x10 small pattern, and then the 5x7 of the large.
Yeah, because this will take you places, and I think that's absolutely interesting. And when we get ready to, you know, gel plate over this, I think it's really, what do I want to say? It's very illustrative to keep it like this so that I know what this side looks like. Because once you've got these layers on there, you're going, well, what really did I do to that? At least that's what I do.
Well, she has it on video or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't necessarily want to get rid of that because I think I'm going to use this for a, let me grab my board.
Yeah, what else are we doing? Are we going to bind this book?
Well, we can do that.
Are we ready for that? I mean, I know that we had that kind of on the possible itinerary, but if you are we transitioning to the next thing, or are we keeping on with the head business here?
The other thing that I really wanted to do today, besides showing all of this.
Did you do something else to that one?
I did a whole bunch of other stuff to this one. See, here's this on this side, and you can still see it through there. See it? Mm-hmm. Then I went over it with kind of a bluish layer.
Of the oil pastel or gel print?
This is all gel print.
Okay.
I haven't done any pastel work on this.
Oh yes, I would very much. Susan says she's trying hard to get rid of all her extra layers. And well, just eat soup, because you know these two. P's been very sweet with Van and trying to kind of eat some of the same things because he's still on the liquids mainly.
You know, he really should just take it easy. But I wanted to do this because I used dark crayons on the light one. And when I was talking about contrast, and I know I was being slightly facetious, but not really. I'm being very serious. Contrast is the way that you're going to get things to happen here. I can do this with my gel plate also. But look what I'm able to do here.
Ooh, and if you had some shimmery ones, you think that...
I do have shimmery ones, but they're so dadgum hard, they rip the paper.
Oh.
I was so excited when I saw them and I ordered them and I was all, you know, like, oh man, this is going to be so cool.
They're not creamy.
They are not creamy. They're hard as a brickbat, and they're really not all that sparkly.
Well, sugar biscuits.
Yeah, I know.
Trying to think of how else you could get some.
Well, I would just have to come in and do it
Gel
plate
print.
later. And I can do that. But isn't this just, I mean, I think this is, it's that whole lost and found thing, you know, about lost and found.
I do. We had to go to the Lost and Found on the cruise ship to find Izzy's shoes because she left them at the little park thing. I mean, I was really just thoroughly impressed and happy that they were there because that was only one of 2 pairs that I brought. So yeah, I know about the Lost and Found. But anyway, for art,
Yeah, this is visually.
I found it over here.
Oh, look, there. But I think this looks so cool. And it's really, you know, if you don't have access to a gel plate, then you just use frottage. And
Yes.
paint.
And some of this stuff could even be done with sprays.
Mariah always gets that and manages to get that. Have you noticed she always gets that in there?
A lot of our people also have sprays. I know Anne has a lovely collection of them.
Yeah, well, for those of you who really don't want to mess about with that,
She doesn't like the sprays. She gets messy. She can't control. She's not good at the sprays.
I just end up and I have it more on
Hi,
me
Pam.
than I do my surroundings.
Here, Kathy says we don't look fat. We have interesting texture.
That's right.
That's right.
Absolutely. Okay, now see that one little area there? I'm going to try to find a little area where it's a little bit more smaller gauge. But isn't that cool how you can just make that look so interesting with just a bit of a rub hither and yon?
That's usually how it goes.
A bit of a rub
Here and yon.
hither and yon. Okay. Dappled sunlight through the leaves. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, see, that's a great thing, Devin. We have boxes of. I mean, this baby in 5 years has created quite the collection. But she went through her boys' artwork. She kept birth to grade 6 and took photos and only kept a small sample for them. That's what I keep telling her that we should do. Because, like, there's a box full.
Okay, here's a nice little story for you. So I kept all of my kids. I mean, I had filing cabinet drawers with Mariah's stuff in it and Nate's stuff. So when I moved to Alaska, I decided it was time, you know. And neither one of them wanted it.
That's not true. That is not true.
It was offered. Nathan said, I don't know what you kept that for. I don't want it.
Well, that was Nathan. That wasn't me. Because I think I still have the stuff. In fact, I kept your stuff that you were going to throw away.
Oh.
Yeah, see. Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway. All right, I think that looks wonderful. I need to hear some oohs and
Oh.
ahs.
Yes, give some lovey hearts and whatnot in the chat. And if you are enjoying this, also thumbsy upsies would be super duper. She said her boys are 18 and 20 now, but they did not generate much after grade 6.
Hey, you know, sadly enough,
Yeah,
that is exactly what happens.
well, because they either like go into band and all that, and I think a lot of the boys will play sports. Typically.
Yeah. That is kind of where it all ends.
I stayed in art. Well, I did band for 2 years. I was horrible at it and
Yeah.
hated it. And
They
I think everybody
gave
was happy.
praise to the powers that be when she moved on.
I think you just stay with art, really.
All right. Well, I think that is just marvelous.
Hey, Joni.
I may do another head.
Devin said, ooh, ah.
Good job.
Good job. Good jobbers there, P.
Alrighty, I'm going to show you the lid to this as soon as I manage to extricate it from this.
Yes.
Okay, these are Specialist
Oh, they are the crepe.
Artist Quality Oil Pastels, Crepa.
Yeah.
But they are also
I don't know where you got your sergeant art.
I don't either. I'm just...
She read specialist.
I read specialist as sergeant, yeah. I'm getting my eyes fixed soon, folks. I know it isn't soon enough.
Although she's questioning it slightly because she's like, I don't know if I want to see everything.
I don't know if I should tell you this or not. I really should.
But I led into it, so it's fine.
Okay, so this is morning. I'm standing over here choosing my jewels for the day. And I backed out on some others because they hurt my neck. And I don't have... Some of my stuff I only wear with turtlenecks because it really does make a dent in my neck on the back side. So I'm standing over there and she says, what is all that stuff on the floor? And I'm going, what is she talking about? Okay, so I looked down. I thought, oh my God, one of my necklaces broken. Look at those beads. It was whoppers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found 2 of them down there. It's amazing that we don't have an infestation of, you know,
really
vermin of all sorts.
Between these 2.
Okay.
Hello, Cheryl. Welcome, by the way.
I love this stencil with the black.
Yes.
And the gold.
Oh,
I mean, it
we
is
have a
just...
question.
Yes.
Okay, do you need a fixative over the pastels? Not in this situation.
I mean, you know, unless you want to, I highly recommend, yeah, some kind of stuff over the top of them because they're still going to rub off. They don't ever.
But what she's going to do with them is collage with them, which will then put a coat of Mod Podge mixture or whatever. Or
use them on the gel plate with another, you know, transparent coat of something. Yeah, you definitely want to do so because they will rub off. And anyway, I just think this is right here is really wonderful, and I'll give this to Mariah and she can shove it in some order.
Ooh, all right.
Oh, and I should say this. Now, what did I do with those? I put them up here.
Boy, she's kind of.
I'm telling you what, Mariah was. She gave away my stuff, and I wasn't ready for it to be given away.
2 of you very lucky people, too.
Received, custom cut.
Painted.
Custom cut and painted.
She was peeved at me. That's putting it nicely.
I said, where? She hands me these, and I said, where are the other 3?
I said, well, you gave them to me, and I told you that I was going to give them to people. She's like, I thought you were joking. I'm like, no, I'm not joking.
Okay, all right, thanks, Brad. All right, so here we go. Bless his heart. He indulges my weird little whimsies and fancies. Okay, so what he did is he went through, and the smalls are 5 3/4 inches long. The large ones are 8 1/2 inches long. These are the strippers.
But if you're looking for them in the shop, we call them the strips. Because I just didn't want people happening in it.
If it's out of context, a porn environment.
Yeah, that too. Sure. Okay.
Okay, so these are available, and I guess that I'm thinking that refers to these jobbers here.
Yeah. You might want to get.
And I'm not going to paint on these because I think these be going into the. Have you photographed them yet? Okay, they are in the shop. Hot damn.
I guess Brad photographed them because I didn't.
I'll tell you what, I love this one right here. I really do. And
hey, Zena.
And
welcome.
Oh yeah, see, look, here's the muy grande.
Well, why don't you put down a black tissue?
Oh yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
And hello to all of you that are coming in. If you would, go ahead, give the thumbsy upsies, lets other people know. You know, come on over. I'm hanging out, kind of having fun.
All right, well, we'll put the black ones on white paper. These are the ones that I've used.
Those are her originals.
Those are the originals. And whoever, out there that got the other originals, yes.
Just know that there was...
Okay, now, these are the ones... Are these the ones that I cut? Yeah. These are the ones that I went ahead and cut. You won't get those.
Oh, those were the other ones that I gave you.
Yeah, that I cut out. Because
Hello,
I wanted them all to be different. I'm going to show you.
Welcome.
Now look at these cute little guys. Look at these All right, now see, when you put them together, what you're considering here is you're considering the positive space of the stencil, but look at the negative
Judy.
that is created there. Isn't that just wonderful? So when you put them down, you're dealing with that as well. Now look at that.
And then once you get a little bit of paint on them, you can flip and flop them. If you're doing that on the gel plate.
Absolutely. So remember, the smalls are 5 3/4 and the large are 8 1/2. And I think that refers to all of the strippers. I'm assuming.
Hello, Ratchet Up.
Oh, I like that. Ratchet up.
Yes, Ratchet Up Your Art. If you have a name and want us to call you by that, do let me know.
Okay, now.
How did the design and concept come about?
What?
Well, this
Oh, this is Brad's design, but I did the cutting out of the outside.
so how it happened is that there is a full-size stencil called Graffiti, Dancing Graffiti, that's in
I
our
call
shop.
it jazz.
Yes,
Here,
she
I'm
calls
gonna-
it jazz.
Oh,
That's not what it's called in the shop. Are you ready to get, thoroughly confused? But anyway, so then we like to include little freebie stencils, and they're usually these little long
I
strips
don't know
or whatever.
I don't know where my big one is.
Oh, Dancing Graffiti? You
Yeah.
just had it like yesterday. Oh, you know where? Look in your red folder. The one that has all the stuff in it, because I think that they are in there, in the back side of it. So I was flipping through it. And then, so, P had one of them, and she did then the cutout around it, kind of Frankenstenciling. You guys saw it. Then there was discussion about the stripper business. So now there's some volume sets of different packs of the long strips.
No, that was a good thought, Mariah. I was really excited there for a minute.
I really thought that that's where I saw it. Because
Here's the backs to my books.
Oh, very good. We need those. Oh, because, yeah, I need to... I can probably do that after.
And
I was
here are my,
supposed to-
my pages, other pages that I found. We're not going to use those. So.
She
Okay,
keeps finding pages that go into the circle book.
yeah, whatever. Okay. So, X's from Texas, all different sizes. Oh man, you cannot live without these. I mean, honestly. And, order some more of these and cut out your own edges, because that is available also, right?
Okay, so, once again, these now are available that are cut out around it. P-style. We recreated that, and now they come in the 2 sizes. But
So see,
these are
here's
all
the
from
5 and
original stencils from the shop that have the full border around it if you wanted to cut your own. So all the X ones, those are X's from Texas. Now, the varying sizes, that's only going to come in these new ones. Because Brad has now manipulated it to fit those, either the shorts or the long, or, well,
what did I do?
the littles or the longs. That's how,
Yeah, the littles are the longs.
it's right above you there. Oh, I don't know what happened to the Jumpin' Jacks one.
Yeah, I like that one too. I like using this with these because they have the same flavor. But see, they also look good with these guys.
Yeah.
Can you see that? It's all about scale. Scale and size relevance.
There's a lot of movement in these, and I think that's why they
I
go
think
very
that-
well together.
I think that is one of the reasons that I like these. And see, you can put this one together with these. They're friends. They play well together.
They're friends.
They're friends.
I wish Carrie Gibson was here. She knows that reference.
Okay. All right. Well, now I'm going to show you what I did with mine. And did I keep them out here? I think
Well, thank you. Thank you. And Brad's laughing. He knows the reference too.
I don't know what it is.
That's this one show. It was hilarious.
Okay, that I know that is not mine that I cut out because it's little.
Correct.
So I've got my 5 here. Okay. Now, do I get to keep these?
I would assume so.
Okay.
If you put the note that they are in the shop, then
Yes.
that means they have been photographed.
Okay, good. Oh man, look at this one.
Yeah, that's the friend to the little one there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? And then, muy grande.
There she goes. She got it together.
Dear Lord. This is so sad.
Hey, it's good. We're entertained. I
Okay.
am.
Oh man, I really do. I love these jobbers. And if you get yours and just have them leave them inside the square, not cut out,
Yeah.
you can cut your own out. I'm going to show you some cool things that I did, if I can find it. I have it all together here.
Lisa Mingus is sending me private messages.
She is. What does that mean?
I'll show it to you later.
Okay. All right.
Oh, goodness.
Look at this, you guys. I did find it. So here's what happened. You know, sometimes the best laid plans are unplanned. I was making these black for Mariah to photograph, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, and you can't just do it in one fell swoop. I'm here to tell you. You got to work at it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But look at these marvelous prints that I got. From just, the pull-offs.
Oh, you hadn't shown me those.
I know. It was a surprise.
Thank you. I like it.
Okay, but we're going to mess about with this some more. I already put my, oh, well, that's right there, right there. Oh,
I think you were looking for that.
yeah, I was looking for this. There it is.
But you found it.
I found it over there.
It's mixed in with the black stuff.
Mixed in with the black stuff. Okay, so this is, I think, no, this is not, this was the second print, and then this was the last one. But look at it. I mean, even that. And I pulled it using my favorite stuff here. Iridescent medium. I mean, this is the bomb diggity. And you don't have some of this, you need to get some. Because it pulls all kinds of stuff off of the page. And that's what happened here. See that slight shimmer? Yeah. And that's here too. Same thing. Okay, then, and I'm going to do some more of this. Look at this. Rubbings. Good stuff, huh?
Yeah, I love the red and black one. Like, it just looks so, like, and usually you see it, what is the, when they stamp the Chinese, like,
Oh, they use red wax.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Pigmented red wax. And then this is just done over the top of,
Oh, the shimmer stuff comes from that Liquitex iridescent medium. It's
Yeah,
one
good
of Pete's
stuff.
most favorite things. Now remember, it looks almost exactly like the Montmartre.
yeah, don't grab the wrong one. See? See,
People
here's
didn't get as much funny out of that as I wanted them to.
because the effect is quite the opposite.
Yeah.
You won't be happy. Okay. Now, I can go ahead and I can gel plate over this and everything will be good. But that aside, I just think this is so wonderful.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
And I am going to gel plate over the top of this, but I think right now, no I don't.
What are your thoughts with that?
What?
Like, I mean,
Oh, I want
very
to brown it
dragon-like.
out with some Nicolazo or red iron oxide. Quinacridone Nicolazo Gold. Just to make it look a little more.
a little more.
A little more. You know, kind of grungy.
It looks like a dragon.
Well, I think you think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Has those references. But anyway, not going to do that right now.
What are we doing?
And I'm going to make this look old too.
Those of you that have come in, do give the thumbsy upsies. We very much appreciate it. And a really quick little note, it is July, so we are now into the July giveaway. If you want to know more about that, I have updated the post in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. Remember, that's where we all hang out during the week. Many of the folks that you see here in the chat are members, and you get to see the lovely work that they create. So do come over, answer the questions. Please do answer the questions. We really like to know more about you.
Yeah, especially if we don't know who you are.
Yeah, there have been some that I am not letting in because, you know, it just looks suspicious. Like if you don't have a profile picture, if you don't have a lot of things posted, and you haven't answered questions, and just things of that nature, like I will not let you in. Now, sometimes if I kind of know who you are, I see that you have posted art things. If you haven't answered the questions, sometimes I know on the cell phone, on mobile devices, it's a little tricky. So I've been letting some people in as long as you meet some of those other requirements, and I've had time to kind of look through your profile and stuff. But yeah, so do come over. That's listed. If you have any questions, Anne is here in the chat. She's very helpful with guiding people to some of those. Mo is usually here, not on Sundays, but if you come and stream with or hang out in the streams with us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Mo is there as well. She is extremely helpful with guiding people to finding different things. We are into also the July Makers Creative Collab, where we all we have team YouTube and team non-YouTubers. Non-YouTubers are going to be posting in Makers, and our theme this month is patterns at play.
And that is kind of one of the things I'm doing here. We're playing with patterns in a different way than the gel plate, but you're getting effects that you couldn't get on your gel plate.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I believe it's really important to have options. I like options. And I can just, you know, move these around and you know, do whatever I'm going to do here. And then I can come back in and I can gel plate right over the top of it and have some interesting effects as well.
Oh, and here I can add Anne as a moderator, but Violet is one of our moderators here. She is awesome. She will be able to answer questions as well. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out, Violet. But she is dropping links not only to the Facebook group, but then to the PM Artist Studio shop. That's where you can get a lot of these stencils and such. We also have laser prints. Devin did the most awesome. I'm telling you, I'm still just floored by Devin's laser print video. Even got P fired up. I think she might give it another whirl.
I did pull some out. I don't know that I'll get to that, but I did pull out.
But that would be fun to do with the patterns at play. And I think even creating some laser prints with these new, with the little strips, might be interesting. Because they do different things.
Yes, they certainly do.
And like how Devin collaged them together, that was patterns at play. By tearing up the different laser prints and getting, you know, putting them down as one single pull or creating one layer. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
And very cool.
Eva did something kind of like that also.
Oh yeah, Eva's some old school doing. She can.
Hey, she's got some computer skills too
Yeah, she
that
does.
are pretty darned amazing, I think. Well, anything would.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
She has a stick and a daughter. That's how she would get things done digitally. She's like, I'm going to bring the stick. You don't listen to me. The stick was to point with, not to beat me.
No, the pointer.
Although I think sometimes she wanted to whack me with it.
I think I have poked her with it. But it was a gentle.
Yes, a
It
nudge.
was a gentle, loving poke.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Brad will be like, oh, goodness, you guys are doing a weird laugh. Is it awkward?
It's my Santa laugh.
Is that your Santa laugh?
That's my Santa laugh.
So the other cool thing, like what you're seeing P do here, is utilizing the little ones to create new pattern.
And I just keep moving it about because I don't want it to just be a whole one. You gotta kind of keep track of the boogers though. And I love how this it's totally happenstance that, you know, the red kind of mixes out into some pink there.
Oh, hello, Maxine. I'm so glad you're here. And,
How's the ankle?
well, she says that she's glad to be here. It distracts her from her body and her days wine. And that was W-H-I-N-E, not that she's, you know,
Oh, she's
day drinking.
tippling. Doing a little bit
Hello,
of
Kevin.
libations. Okay, I don't know. Now, shall I go ahead and do a layer of the...
Perhaps.
Perhaps. You don't need 5
you,
of
Ann.
these by any means,
Uh-huh.
but I really like it. The 5. I think I'm done with this. Oh
Okay.
well. I've got it nearby. But let's bust out a plate here.
There you go, Kevin.
Okay.
Ann and Violet are getting you some help, but I hope so. Yes, we'd love to have.
We
you
have
hanging
some lovely, and this is just a byproduct of
out. This is
one
the
of the-
never-ending crackle.
never-ending crackle. And I did that. Gotta show you this one because this one is the one I've been making packets for y'all.
Ooh,
Isn't that gorgeous? This
I
is.
haven't
Can you
seen
see the
that.
little squares? Well, I just did it yesterday.
fantastic!
This is for making little packets for everyone.
I see Going Daisies,
And
the new
effervescence.
yeah, Aqueous Effervescence.
And let me see. There's one more
I was
on
gonna say
here.
it almost looks like
What was the other one I was using?
it looks kind of maybe like quilted crop circles, but I'm not sure. I think you're
No,
just
I
getting
didn't-
that
I
from the
didn't-
daisies
just-
circling
yeah,
around some
uh-huh.
of those.
No, it's not that. I used daisies but there was something else down on this. Oh, hell's bells, I don't know. But anyway, isn't that cool?
Hey, Melissa.
But you can see that's where the purple crackle on the plate here.
They were oil pastels.
Oil pastels. Yes. Do you want me to show them again?
There you go. They're wonderful.
They are, and they last forever.
She's had this a long time.
Forever and ever and ever. Okay, now we need to talk about what color we're going to do. Because this color is going to sort of make it all...
Anne says the universe likes that print. Put it in the universe's pile.
I'll hand it over to you. And you can hook the universe up.
I like this way that we operate here, Anne.
Okay. Now, we definitely want transparent. Everybody gets that, right? As if we use an opaque here, we will just have obliterated everything.
All that hard work.
All that hard work, which is, you know. Oh, and how about this one? I can't believe the universe doesn't love this one, too. Of course, it's really not in
Yay!
her color palette.
Kevin got his volume thing worked out. Now, see, you come here and we'll help you with tech stuff, too.
The volume?
Yeah, he was having problems with the volume. I've had issues too between switching, and then sometimes I forget, like they were saying that the little volume button or the icon down at the bottom of where you view YouTube comes up. Sometimes I've had that low. Sometimes it depends on whether or not my headset's even like if it's been charged. There's so many things, but he's got it worked out.
Okay, well, I don't know why I'm going for this,
Hey, Carla.
but this is what I'm doing.
I like it. Feeling very purpley.
Don't forget to shake up these little boogers, because for some reason, all the sticky part rests down in the bottom.
You noticed that, huh, Violet?
What is it? What did she say?
Violet says, Mariah, you talk techie and you put P to sleep. Starts just glazes it over. Like, okay, that was
Look
great.
at
I'm sorry I asked.
a perfectly wonderful little purple trinket.
How many more P's can you put in there? P.
I don't know, but I just love doing this.
I do too. You're mighty purpley today too.
I know, but that might be why I came up with that. Oop,
Feeling purpley.
we got some issues here. Not there. Well, we're developing one there, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, this is doing two things here. It's making the print come together visually, but it's also sealing all of the oil pastels. Why are you laughing?
Sorry. Well, there's now talk of Judy says we are all the universe, and then Devin says, "Can I be a multiverse?" Oh God! So P and Brad, I'm so happy that they have each other sometimes because, like, I can only watch so much television and whatever, and then I just think about the million other things that I should be doing. But what was it that the Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Oh, they were so pumped up about it.
Man, they had this one whole sequence of everything, and I mean, whoever did that, and where it went into cubism, and then it went into bubbly, fluffy stuff, but you still had the image there, but it was cubicized. Oh my God, it was just, I thought it was absolutely visually freaking stunning.
Yeah. Ooh, as is this.
Ooh, let me get this out of the way. We'll have another layer to pull up there.
Kumbaya moment, yes. Anne says, "Sure, Devin, as Juicy just declared, we are all the universe. Kumbaya moment."
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, that orchid color, you know, if you're at a loss on what color you want to use, this is it. And I used to have a watercolor, my watercolor instructor at Junction said, if in doubt, use purple.
Really?
Word.
Word.
And I am so, I'm total agreement with that. Look at that. Now, isn't that just stunning?
Yes.
Okay, well, y'all watch that happen there.
Yeah,
Right?
that wasn't done after the stream. Yay! Thumbsy upsies to that.
Smart.
Well, and then
Okay.
I noticed one of you guys asked, when was that crackle? Like, because it was the thunder, the lightning. Sorry, the lightning thunder sound. The lightning print. When was that one done? And I said, yeah, that was after stream.
Yeah, I don't even know how I got that, really.
If I had to guess, it was that you put down one of the silver paints. And then you pulled it with like tissue or maybe even the deli paper because it crackled.
Well,
And it
the
left
thing
that
about
behind.
that is, the reason this happens is because you just see, like right now, I'm going to have some absolutely wonderful purple stuff going on here, which I should probably pull this with black paper. But I'm not going to do that right. It needs to dry all the way anyway. Oh, you know what I do have over here? I have a whole bunch of things to pull. Check that dude out. These all occur when I'm printing over those little pieces of paper that I send to you all. They have at least 2 to 3 layers on every one. But look at that.
So that was part of when you were working on the little packets.
Little packets.
And see, one print kind of leads into the next.
Yeah, and after a while you have to clean your plate off because you just have a bunch of mucky muck and it's just going all over the place. But I think that, and I left those on there because I thought
I
that
love
was
s'mores too.
pretty cool.
Now I want s'mores. Oh, now look at that.
Now see, this is the posies.
They're daisies.
Daisies.
Again, don't
Posy
listen
daisies.
Don't listen to her about what you want to, find in the shop.
They're fleurs.
That's going daisies.
Whoops.
Oh, you were this is a little
Well, see,
fireworks show.
this is what's wonderful about doing this. And I have learned something. You know, I started out with my big plate. I can't get them on there fast enough.
Right.
And I don't want to use open because I'm flipping them off and throwing them hither and yon, and then they get stuck together, and then you have to start all over again. So really the way to go about that, if you're doing multiples, is to use the little plates. And that's what I did, and that's why I have all these wonderful things going on here.
Now, are you keeping those, or are you cutting those up to put in packets?
Well, I'm keeping some of these because I think these would be lovely prints to give to the people for
loverly.
Yeah, loverly.
So those of you that don't know what we're talking about, we have our Arty perks. There's the Powsy Wowsy, Mucky Muck, and Loverly. If you join in on the Loverly, not only do you get in your first order, which you get a 20% discount on top of, you know, our already discounted prices, then you get a signed print from P. One time deal, but you do. And that's what she was making some of those for. That's very kind of you.
And the other thing is, what I discovered, and I don't know that you really want to know this, but anyway, free advice is worth the price.
Oh, and cut up her 12 by 12 last week. It was just irritating her. I think, you know, it's one of those things. If you're doing big pieces, it makes sense. But if you're doing smaller things,
you have much more control with your small. It's just like these. When I said, you know, I could use a 12 by 12, but by the time I get to the corner down here, if I start up there, that's too dry to even pick up anything, unless I'm using open paints. And then there's the other problem. So I just really have found that, and here's the other thing. I was getting better results on my small pieces of paper using my stencil and then pushing it down in. When I would pull the stencil, I would get too much on the little small ones. So that's why I had all of this left over here, is because the only thing I really used was through the stencil.
yeah.
So you can see why I think this one. I just love this one.
I just love that one too.
Just love it.
That one's even quite interesting. A little greeny there in the middle and all that, but you know, I'll let it slide. I love the red corner, and you're probably thinking, I need to obliterate that red corner.
No, because I've got it up here too. As long as you have it elsewhere, you don't have to necessarily. You know, it carries around here. Pulls your eye around.
And kept getting wrinkled paper on the 12 by 12 because you got to put more paint down. I think that happens too. Like when you're trying to adjust your technique of, especially if you've started out with small plates, you're going to then have to think about, all right, I got to put more paint down. Well, how much is more paint? Yeah. You have to move quicker. So that way you're rolling out your paint because you still want to have those nice.
Well, I watch people do these big 12, and they end up using about an 8 by 8 or an 8 by 10 area out in the middle of their 12-inch plate.
Well, they like that to cover the page.
Well, you know, whoop-de-doo. Use smaller paper. I don't know. I just was very unimpressed with my. I would not order it. I wouldn't even advise somebody to order a 12. Okay, I have a place for it.
Unless you want to cut it up.
Unless you want to cut it up in custom sizes.
And that is not recommended by Gel Press. They were very adamant about that.
But by God, it works. And you get some interesting things going on.
Yeah.
All right, where did I put my new stencils?
Oh, and that is true. So Maxine asked about, she wants to cut up her 14 by 12. How did you do it and not get the problem? Edges. We haven't had any problems, right? You haven't had any problems with the edges.
No.
I will tell you this. We used a brand spanking new X-Acto knife.
And we used a metal ruler.
And a glass mat. You know, like We Are Memory Keepers glass mats, or Tim Holtz has his. If you have one of those, or just a nice piece of glass, something that's going to hold it in place.
Because see, it sticks to the glass and it doesn't wiggle on you.
Yeah.
If you put it down just on a piece of paper, it's going to wiggle. You need that glass to hold it in place.
Because it did still squish out a little bit.
I've got some that are a little bit wonky, but I don't really care.
Yeah, and I know that, I think Violet, didn't you have kind of a issue with because she cut hers with scissors, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
Don't think that's the way to go.
Yeah, you want something that's going to hold it in place.
Yeah.
Cut it quick.
All right, now here's the other thing. Cut yourself a piece of just plain paper the size of your plate and work with different configurations on how you're going to cut it up, because I don't know, there are so many different ways that you could do it, but you want to think about, you know, what is it that I want to end up with? Do I want a lot of little pieces, or do I want bigger pieces? Plan out your bigger ones first and just take whatever little ones, because those, make sure you get a 6x8. Is that my favorite one?
Yes, you love that.
Yes, I love that one.
Which is a little wonky size, but
It
it's
is.
great.
I mean, that is my, where is it? There it is. I love this one. See, look. It's just perfect for so many things, and nobody offers this. So this is your chance to get one of those. And those little pieces, I may not use them often, but when I do use them, I'm really happy I have them. You know, the little
like
squares.
The Dos Equis guy.
And the, yeah.
Anne said she switched to a new box cutter. She has a large gridded cutting mat and held the plate well. Good.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do some,
Nice.
we're going to do some frottage here, folks.
And then Maxine and Devin, they want a 12x9. The 12x9 is a nice one to have too. Just
9x12, yeah,
Yeah.
it is. That's what my big one, the biggest I have. And I really like this, and because it will take a whole piece of paper and cover it, if that's what you want. I don't think you need any bigger than this.
and the reason then
But you have to get this from Jelly Art.
yeah, that is Jelly Arts.
And
that's
you can
our
see
only
it's-
Jelly Arts.
Yeah, it's
And they don't smell
thinner.
as nice. I even told Gel Press that on one of their posts the other day.
What?
How much we love their plates, and especially because they smell lovely.
Yeah. I want them
And they're thicker.
And they're thicker. Here, I'll show you. Recognizably. I don't know that that's necessarily
I don't know.
an issue, but you can see.
You know, size matters somehow.
Yeah. I mean, by a whole 1/8 of an inch thicker. And I don't really know that performance-wise, I don't think that's a big issue. I really don't.
It seems like you would get more squish. I don't know what the advantage of more squish is. Perhaps I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I
to
don't
that.
know either.
Devin says, "Do not get the speedball plates." I think speedball plates are meant for actual
Only one kind of ink or
something
whatever.
like that. Perhaps.
Yeah, I don't really know what the deal is with those people.
Yeah. They need to send
They
us
make
one. We'll
they
test
make
it out.
they make a nice brayer. That's about it.
They're Breyers, yeah, and the
And ink.
Baron. That Baron is a speedball.
Oh.
The new one of yours, the slicky one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that's a speedball.
Yeah. Hey, this is improving with age. It's filling in all those little funky.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yes, Devin says they do not work with acrylics and paper tears. Yeah, it's made for ink. Like oil-based inks? Are they oil-based?
I kind of maybe think that they are. I don't know.
And that's probably why they don't work. I have thoughts on all that if you guys want to know.
Okay,
She's going to get bored.
This is kind of poopy, you know.
Yeah, I don't know
really
what you're doing
like
over there.
it.
I don't like it either.
I don't think it's working out. We're going to try something else.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get what you were trying to do there, but you
Yeah.
have enough high... You
Well,
already have high
Okay,
contrast.
the problem is this is a medium value range, and yeah. It really just needs to be done away with. What you're gonna do?
Are you going to put some opaque paint on it or what?
I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something, even if it's wrong.
Okay. The plate that she's using right now is a 8x10.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good size too.
Yeah. This is semi-transparent.
Lucas Corel
And, yeah,
Studio.
Lucas Curl Studio. The top, more or less, is not good.
Let's see. Susan says, I found some acrylic for under plates at Michael's last week for 8 by 10 and 9 by 12. They have a larger one, but it was longer, not the right size to be larger than a 9 by 12 plate. We had ours cut at the hardware store. Certain hardware stores you can have acrylic, like for windows and things, cut. Now, sometimes getting the people to come over there and actually cut that, that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
One day we had to wait a long time.
Kind of pissy poo-poo about that. I don't know what the deal is. Well, I think it's because they're understaffed. It's like everybody. The airlines can't even, you know, like run all of their flights because they're can't get people to come to work, or people are sick, or I don't know what the heck is happening to our world.
I don't know what you're doing there, but
Well, you just watch.
Okay, I'm watching.
It's gonna be wonderful.
It's something.
It's something, and it's a whole lot better than it was.
Okie dokie, Smokey.
I tell you what, I just love this tissue paper.
Oh, the 6 by 8. Yeah, her little favorite one is the 6 by 8 that she cut from the 12 by 12.
And I really did think about it and plan out. Mariah, you can test.
Oh, she did. I was like, are you ready to do this? She's like, I'm still figuring it out. I'm like, all right, whatever.
On those little areas where it has the little dotty things, you have to really just get right down in there and get on it. And if you're using texture paste, remember, you need to cleanse them well. Now look at that. See what marvelous texture you're getting there.
Susan said the one reminds her of bandana.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of patriotic. Proud of you for the 4th of July.
Well, I could wait and, you know.
What's the plan with this?
I don't know. I'm just doing it.
Okay.
I'm showing y'all some things.
With the little strips, aka strippers.
But now see, I think these would be wonderful if you would then tear them out and use them in other places. And then we have all of this marvelous, wonderful stuff here, and we're going to use Mariah's favorite color.
Oh.
I don't care if that dries, but I don't want my stencil stuck to the paper I've got going over here.
Yes, Frank and gel plate.
They're already starting to do that.
You keep them separated.
Keep them separated. Because you will tear their little parts off if you don't. And you can go ahead and give them a bit of a brayer, you know, get as much out of there as you can. But don't go off and leave them at this point, because they're already starting to.
Yeah, I kind of want to know more about, like, how are you using the polymer clay with the gel plate?
Oh, look, it already started pulling off the paper.
Oh.
Ah. Yeah, that's because it's a new stencil. The old ones, see, it did a little bit on that, but not nearly as much as that one.
Tend to be stickier.
After a while, that texture builds up there. It really does kind of, it comes in handy. Okay, iridescent, bronze, fine, fluid, acrylic is going to pull all of that wonderfulness off of there.
Oh. You could almost call this gold. I know it's bronze.
Well, I consider it to be gold.
No worries, Kathy. Glad you're here. Those of you that are kind of coming on in, please do let us know you're here in the chat. We love that. be sure to give the thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Lets other people know you liked what was going on and they should come over and check it out. If you're on the replay, that's cool too. Please do the same. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We very much appreciate it. It is the freest, bestest, most appreciated way for you to support the PM Artist Studio endeavors. I was watching that and kind of going, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Bit of a...
Yeah, while trying to do my spiel and not go, oh my God, what are you doing, lady? Oh, goodness. Oh, thanks. Look at that. We got Judy P dropping the links and Brad dropping their links. Those are our Arty perks that Brad dropped there. That is if you want to get, if you enjoyed using the little emojis that you see, our special ones, you can join at the Powsy Wowsy. If you want to get additional discounts on stencils, then join either the Mucky Muck or the Loverly. That's how you do it there. The link that Judy P dropped is to our Facebook group. That is the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. That's where all these lovely folks hang out and show their work. It's where we have the collab each month, and we're doing a big giveaway once again, the $100 giveaway. Want to know more about that? You got to go over to Makers. There,
machine gun fire.
yeah, I try to get it in quickly.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You can probably get a job on the Weather Channel.
I doubt
how
that.
they talk. Isn't that cool?
I don't know if I'd be able to read the teleprompter very well. I just have to practice it, and then it comes out of my brain. You're wiggling it like, I mean...
A rock star?
Mm-hmm. I like it. It's subtle, but very cool.
Yes.
Here's the other thing that will be...
Now, I'm going to let this dry all the way. Then we're going to come back in, and we're going to do some rubbings over this.
Or you could even texture paste over it. Or stencil butter. If you stencil buttered in red over that...
Over that?
I mean, I'd lose my flipping mind.
That might be a possibility, but
Don't
for now,
tease me.
I'm going to put that over there. Okay, I think I have exhausted my repertoire.
Okay, well, I've got the covers over here, but you had just given me this, and I have not. You know, like, we've still been kind of playing catch up from coming back from vacation and everything, and then, you know, trying to do family stuff with holiday weekend, this, that, the other. Anyway, that's, you know, my business. But I think that I should collage because they still have pieces left over. So here, maybe so people know what we're talking about. I mean, the book's almost done. And you guys are probably like,
oh, it's all
pretty much.
Yeah, it's it's collated. Is that the proper term? Collated.
Yeah.
Because it's put together in the way that I want it to go together.
I just need to punch those, but I don't know that I want to punch them until I get the black ones, the ones that are the back cover pieces, collaged with the pieces that we have left over.
I don't really know that I want to. I really like these. I'm going to save these for something really...
Oh, God, they're just gonna, then they're going to go in a box and then, you know... I think we need to use them on the back side. On the inner back side. Maybe. Or outer back side. Actually, I feel like outer back side would be better.
Yeah, because I'm going to write something on the inside. I'm going to
and I don't
do my documentation.
Right, and I don't want it to, because it will probably, and it won't necessarily go with whatever the back print.
Yes, I think that that's an absolutely valid concern. And it doesn't matter which side of this I do. Okay, we're done with these.
Hello, Kathleen. No worries.
Except I do want to seal them, but I was waiting for everything to make sure that it was nice.
Carla says send those little pieces with orders. There are some good ones.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, are you gonna? Yes, if you would glue them down, that would be even better. And look at us doing things, you know. You need some glue?
No, I got some.
Okay. Glue those boogers down. It's not exactly how I would do it, but it is your book.
This is true.
This is true. We called them strips, not strippers, but yeah, I couldn't bring myself to do it, or Brad, because Brad said, "So what are we doing with these? What are we calling them?"
Izzy says, Gigi, you need to do this.
Get the glue to come out.
I just think that, I mean, a 5-year-old knows this shit. Messerschmitt to no end. Okay. Since I can only do one at a time, I think I shall just place this one elsewhere. Because holding this floppy paper in your hand is not the best thing in the world to do. Now, you know, my gluing method and Mariah's gluing method.
Different. Very different.
If it sticks up, it's kind of like how I cut my hair. If it sticks up, I put some more glue on it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just, you know.
And I don't agree with what she needs to get this down and move and slightly move it a little so that way it gets rid of those bumps. Now, Mo did a fantastic comparison or kind of experimentation of
See, isn't that nice?
using the art glitter glue with magazines, and that it does actually settle out for the most part. Now, P likes to do her little weird dotty method that creates, patterns of sorts.
Well, it's not going to show up on this one.
Perhaps.
These are my little bird poop dots. Boop, 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 moving bird, boop, boop, boop. I actually have a photograph of a seagull taking a dump in the air. It's most awesome. I contacted National Geo, but they weren't interested.
No.
They said they had lots of pigeon pooping shots. Here's my other method of.
Did you actually contact them, or are you just being?
I'm being facetious.
Okay.
I thought about it.
Obviously, I mean, I didn't doubt that part of it. Like, the thought was.
No.
Sugar biscuits.
This is not the way it tears. How did you do that, Mariah? I guess this one does. Well, that's alright.
I know. Deb will let you, she has a manifesto on how to properly, the reasons for tearing the paper certain ways and whatnot. I do like how that turned out, though, there.
Yeah, me too. 3.
Yep.
3 is good. This is a long bird poop.
Coming in sideways.
Wind is blowing. It's in Texas.
Yes.
This one over here was slightly altered flight path because of a wind shear.
Yes. Lisa Miggett says, Nat Geo not giving us sugar. Oh, Lisa, I love you. You make me laugh.
And you put the tissue paper down on top of it and you gently rub. And all the little bird poops get equally distributed.
Nah, so should she. I don't.
Hey, that's a
I love
that is
this.
flat.
I love it. I love it. I love that you're doing it. I love that I'm gonna be able to punch this thing, and we might actually get it bound today.
Oh, we have a little lifting there. Look at that.
Well, you can run a line, or if you want me to do it, I can. She's got it.
Nice thing about this glue is it dries. And it may show a little bit. We're going to fix it anyway, so. Okay, I might want to use that for my exemplar here.
Okay, yeah, you need to.
I don't know why. Oh, and see, I've got this.
Pete does not like a glue stick, and let me tell you, with the tissue paper, very tricky.
It's really a pain in the.
Because really, the best way to do that would be to to put the glue stick down and then lay the tissue on it, because otherwise it tears the tissue.
Yeah, as you're swiping across it, it's no bueno chinga.
Kathleen says she was hit by seagull poo 3 times before she was 22. Seriously, a thing. I've been pooped on by birds twice in my life.
I haven't had any poop on me.
They say it's good luck.
Your dad's parrot puked on me once. He told me that's because he really liked me. I said, well, damn.
There are better ways to show it.
I'm good with him really not liking me. I don't know whether it was a boy or a girl.
They're worried about you swallowing the pen. Please don't.
I got it out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And the reason I hold it in my mouth is you do not know the hours I have spent.
Oh, and I have one MIA.
Looking for. Okay, we're going to have to bring in the ruler. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
You put down kind of that other straight one. I didn't really agree with it, but I think. You know,
what?
Oh, just for the edge.
Yeah. Whoop.
Hello, Brenda.
I'm feeling like that's a little bit wide, but I don't know.
Yeah, I use the magnet. I have a magnet up on the little spinny cart, but P can't reach up there as well as I can. Well, actually, the carts are closer to me these days because she has extended her space. We'll just leave it at that. She does more.
And Mariah will hand you these, and you can send these to
the universe.
Yes.
My universe is expanded as of this stream. It is also including a multiverse. No, I think it should go in the middle.
The fat one?
I think so. I don't. Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling that too.
That's a good piece.
My goodness!
What?
So Carlos is the bird pooped on her through the sunroof of her car. Bullseye.
Whoa!
Oh. Oh, that's a good idea.
This is asemic writing.
Okay. Eva put a string on hers. Oh, once Anne bit into a sharp end of a needle off while in a hospital. Thankfully, the nurse found it. Jeez. Yeah. Oh, a little magnetic brooch. That would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she kind of just, part of her ensemble. Then she'd forget she had it on, though.
Yeah, I'd lean over and it'd poke me in the heart. Gluing perfection.
And then Devin told Carla, hopefully she bought a lottery ticket after that.
True enough.
Yeah.
This is my tried and true technique, the dotting.
Oh goodness, she had to go. Carlo had to go to the post office. The clerks thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I mean, you gotta run them errands. Poop it all. Once you're out, you're out. I believe in that. How did you bite the needle, Anne? I'm trying to figure that one out.
Dear Lord.
It's like watching a cat with tape on its paw.
For whatever reason, I don't know.
Brenda's cat hurting. I tell you.
Remember that these are the outside.
Yes, I know.
Well, I'm just telling you that.
I
That's
appreciate
the kind
that.
of the thing I would.
No, I'm glad that you know. I'm glad you're using the little bits and things, and then.
Alrighty. Now, I don't know that these should be punched.
Not right now, because then they'll pull. Now,
Yeah.
the art glitter glue does dry pretty quickly. But I think, as she said,
Oh, here's another
probably
little, here's another little piece. And another little piece. It might just be the perfect thing that someone needs.
And these are really cool pieces. I like them.
Yes, they're
lots.
multi. Oh, and here's the others. I need those also.
Okay.
Now, what am I supposed to do while you're doing that?
Well, I'm not going to punch. I don't know that I'm going to punch these quite yet.
Well, I don't want you to punch those ones because they're wet.
Right. Agreed. Because they'll tear.
Mm-hmm. It'll make me angry and I'll have to fix it.
Yeah. So we can save that for another day. I mean, we have about 20 minutes. Is there anything in particular you wanted to talk about, show, think about? Do you have it? Oh, you have some stuff over on the plate, don't you?
What?
I thought you did. You have something purpley, don't you?
Oh, yeah, that I was going to do something with.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Oh, yeah, what are we going to do with this? This is exciting stuff. Okay, here's what I think we should do. I think we should just go ahead and pull this and try to get it off of here, all of it. Because then we can then print on this paper. But because I'm thinking if we put down stencils and whatnot here, we're just going to be, it isn't going to work pulling this up.
No. You'll have to leave it again.
I'll have to, yes. So, that being said, we can use some of my marvelous Lucas Krill mixture. Which I need to mix more up.
And basically all that is the Lucas Krill Pastels, which is the very dry, chalky type paint, mixed with retarder.
And we need to order more of that. If we could,
Of what?
PM Artist Studio can afford it.
Of what?
The Lucas Krill Pastels.
Oh.
I mean, I like this mixture better than I do the Titan Buff. For
Really?
pulling stuff.
See,
My mixture is more better.
if you watch old videos, she'll be talking smack about Lucas Krill. Then speed forward about, 3 or 4 months. And then once she has the mix down.
Me likes it.
Yes. That's why I always say give her time. She just hasn't figured out how to use it.
I'm a little slow sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit.
To make sure that I get it on all
Well,
of
it's a
the
good
little
story, Anne. It's a good story.
creases and cracks and crevices, and the more even your paint is, the better your chance of getting it all off up to a point, and then you have to say, okay, am I pulling paint off or am I putting paint down? And that is the truth of it.
Devin says a gal has a right to change your mind. Yes, that's definitely.
I can get this down without it wrinkling. It's just that sometimes I don't really care, and I actually like the wrinkles.
Well, that's what created the crackles.
That's what created the cracks. That's right. I like that little zippy sound.
Brenda, she's painting faux leather with acrylic on paper, and it's thick, so it takes about an hour to dry completely.
Now see, look at that. Okay, this needs to ripen. Y'all know that.
Well, so you could have put, well, no, because then it would have still been another.
Yeah. Yes, that.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know
now
what I'm
we do have some lovely mucky muck stuff
Ooh,
here.
Yes.
I think we should pull this with some goldy green.
Okay.
Goldy green. Let's mix our opaque and see what happens. Okay.
Okay. I like that. Now, this coming Tuesday, should we feature an old stencil?
That was the other thing that I did get out that I was going to do, but I don't really think we have time to do fair justice to that.
I think that we should do that. That's great for a Tuesday because, it's our experimental whatever day. And just do some different things with some older stencils. If you guys have a particular one or you know, a few that you'd like P to play with, then let us know. And we will do that on Tuesday.
I think that is a brilliant idea, Mariah.
Because we're sort of finished with projects. I got to figure out what I'm going to do for the patterns at play. I still just haven't fully settled on. I've got a few ideas, just haven't settled on one. That is some pea soup kind of situation.
Isn't it wonderful? I love split pea soup.
Awesome. Kathy likes that idea. Well, it was it was one of the other Kathys in Makers who asked about that, and we've thrown around the idea before, but we didn't want to bore you guys either. We're always worried about that.
And what I will do is I will go through my old prints also, so we can combine old prints and old stencils.
Yeah, that would be cool to sort them out and then have them ready to show some examples of some things that have already been done with that particular stencil.
And then go over the top of it.
Go them again with some different things. Because we've also, you know, P has figured out different things.
Yeah. Look at that. Isn't that going to be beautiful?
It's interesting. It's kind of, yeah, old wall.
I love those kind of prints.
Yeah, throw it back Tuesday. We'd have some shots too. Yeah, throw it back. PM Studio prompted me to paint this because I am deepening the colors with brown and black, not one for mixing colors much. Oh, well, I'm glad you're...
Oh yeah, brown and black added to other colors are wonderful. It's a wonderful way to control your value range. You do realize though, when you add black and white to your colors, you're making them opaque.
Sandy Franklin says string thing and string thing cousin. Those are goodies.
What is it?
Those are string thing.
String thing.
The thing.
Oh yeah. And its cousin?
Yeah. Do you remember the
Okay,
cousin?
I can do that because what I'll do is I'll get prints that have busy background on them, and then we'll mat it out. That'll work.
All right. If there's any other ones, do let us know.
I got Puzzle out today that I was going to play with Puzzle, but I think I'll save it.
Love some puzzle. Mo will be all about it. That's Mo's favorite, is puzzle.
And I'm going to put a request into the designer that if I could have Puzzle.
In a strip? We've already talked about it.
Yeah. If I could have
We're thinking...
a stripper. A puzzle stripper.
I think puzzle will be a great one. Let's talk about that for a second. What would be some other great stencils for strippers?
How about flowers?
In a little strip? That might be cool.
Where, you know, you still have the outline of like this, but it's smaller flowers that you could just, you know, lay down on a side.
Right.
That's what I really love about
Well,
this.
I think that's one of the cool things about our original PM Artist Studio flowers.
Yes,
is that it has that sort of feel to it because it's already clustered.
Yes, already clustered.
Yeah.
We've already got CFCs in it.
Oh, Susan says the rusty rivets. We do not have it in a strip. I have it in an ATC in a way. That's actually, it was made in a similar way because she started out like with punches and, you know, just kind of creating wonky holes.
Yeah, I did.
The aqueous, Brad mentioned that one. I think having an aqueous strip would be really cool.
Jelly Shelly. Do we have Jelly Shelly?
So remember the one that you extended for P? I think it was part of the bit that went with the mandala set. Oh, the fleur de lis, the long one. That's kind of what started a lot of this talk too.
I really like that one. What did I do with that one?
I want to say go back to the red folder.
Nah, it's not in the red folder. I've got to get some paint on this. It's worrying me.
You're gonna lose
white.
it. It's white. Oh, melty Morocco.
Oh, that would be a really good one.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I would like that one.
Oh. Stitching Arc says, "Hey all, bad too late. Her mom-in-law was taken to the hospital. She's now having a large medicinal gin and tonic. Hey, it's a holiday weekend. We don't judge."
I'm gonna have a red beer.
Although I think Stitching Arc, I think she's in the UK. Is it a holiday weekend there? It's the 4th of July here. You can celebrate it with us.
It's a good reason to drink beer.
It's a holiday somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's a holiday somewhere. Right.
Pat those babies down.
Oh yes. So that is a very good point, Brad.
What did he say?
A lot of these could be used as embellishments too when you're all done using them for plating, right? So once the paint is built up on them, or even if you just right out of the package, if you needed some white embellishment, they work very well. If you don't know what we're talking about exactly, we have glued them down. In fact, where is...
I'm just carrying on here.
Okay, you carry on for a second there. One moment, I'm going to show these folks some very awesome painty business. Where is...
Don't worry, she'll find it.
I always find it.
I would be looking for it until next Tuesday.
Okay. So hopefully, the backside of me wasn't on screen too long. I worry about that.
Yeah. It ain't fluffy season.
So we were told it's texture. It's added texture. Alright, here, good. Once you pull that up, I want you to put this in the big camera. Because, at some point, the stencils, you either need to soak off the paint. Do not scrub them or pick them. If you have the paint on there, don't be a picker. And this is one picker talking to another. Don't pick the paint. Because Anne knows, it will actually peel back the layers of the Yupo. Because that's just the nature of the product. So you will want to soak that in, Murphy's oil. Something of that nature. I think some Dawn. Didn't you get it to come
Hydrogen
off?
peroxide and Dawn.
If you leave it in, a bath of that, you might even get a skin off of it. You've gotten one off of Blippy Block Rocks. The whole skin of the stencil came off.
I haven't been able to duplicate that, but it was awesome. I was like, holy cow, what is this?
Or you can, if you rinse them as you go, then you can keep them nice and clean or whatever. But, twirly teardrops. Twirly teardrops is a tricky little booger. But yeah, I think it could. Look at you.
All right, now I'm not doing anything to this.
Don't touch it. Let it dry.
Don't touch it. Let it dry. Then I'm going to use this stuff to pull it with so that I will have just these little outlining things here. Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
Yes. Okay, so Kathy, all right, well, let me kind of address chat here. I'm going to hand this over to you so you can talk or show that, that is a used stencil.
Yes, this is the 5-pounder
Yeah.
right here. This is gears.
Yes. I glued down. I did use the Fabri-Tech type glue because it was pretty heavy. Glitter glue wasn't getting it done.
Isn't that cute?
That's my Shibori journal. Anyway, so quick question there. Judy P, she also did that, her dress form, so she has that as a video. I think I even have that shared on our channel as PM Artist Studio Friends. That's one that you can find in there from Judy P. And then Kathy asked, soak and then wipe off what? A sponge? Yes, you can, because they're pretty sturdy. Now, some of the more delicate designs you're going to want to be a little bit more cautious with. But as Anne says, I mean, in her hands, they have lasted well. She gets rough with them.
Somebody sent us that.
Yeah, that was from Peg. 2 Old Crows. Peg.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I knew it was not ours because I didn't recognize the...
Yeah, we talked about doing
But
cyanotype.
this is ours. Yeah, this is Arrows.
And that was already kind of in a strip form.
Yeah,
anyway.
arrows would be a good one. God dang. My
Yes, you could
hangnails
stitch them on. I would probably like pre-drill or pre-poke holes. Make it a little easier.
I think that this is a transfer.
No, that is not. That is from the Shibori printables, digitals. But that is.
It is my drawing.
It's her artwork, yes.
Oh, look at these little buggers. Oh,
No,
look at that. Cute.
I cut that one off of the other.
Yeah,
piece.
because it stuck out too far.
So I made a little tag.
You know, it's just so much fun to go back through these sometimes. Look at that.
And that actually,
I'm not taking that off. Oh, God, no.
She can never get it
Oh,
back
holy hell no.
What's funny is, so that tag and then this one with the geisha on it were in a different book, but I was like, no,
And
they
see,
go better here.
these are little flippy floppies.
Here, can you put that more up towards the middle and it'll catch the light a little better? There we go. But those are little medallion things that we created, our washers, when we used to do
And then
alcohol.
Mariah sewed the book. She poked holes and sewed it.
I used a leather punch.
And this twiny stuff, didn't this come from Susan?
Yes.
And that's one of my copper beads there. And this particular did we dye this with the?
No.
How'd that come about?
You ordered me that silk.
Oh, that's right. It was variegated. There were some that were really light colored. Yeah, all the different colors of it. Man, that looks cool. How did that happen?
Well, so that's Stompy Rocks as in a digital form, layered. It is, in the digital pages. And then,
What's underneath it?
well, you can take that tag out of there. Is that?
No, I mean underneath Stompy Rocks. The white bubbly stuff.
Oh, because I layered it with the dotted pattern that is actually one of the laser print ones you can order.
Okay. I
So-
knew there was some kind of... And see, this one you can kind of see it.
And that's when that pattern came about. Because you were like, oh. And then I did some fun things with it because she wouldn't sit down there, and she got bored. She didn't like making
It
the
doesn't
digital
happen
papers.
fast enough.
No, and it doesn't happen the way she wants it to. And she doesn't realize that it takes me a minute to, either do the effects or layer the design properly to get what she wants. So usually what would
So
happen...
I go smoke and drink while she's doing that.
Yeah, she doesn't actually do that. But she comes up here and gel prints or whatever.
Oh, look at
And
those.
Lisa, serious...
Outlaw things.
Yeah, serious hecka Lisa sent us that piece of silk that she did in the Shibori style with the can dyeing.
Oh, feel this. It's so
Oh, it's
nice.
beautiful. And it has Stompy Rocks texture pasted underneath it.
And I think this must be some more from...
It is, and then I think
Oh, crackle.
it was crackled, and I rubbed more of that indigo ink that you
into it.
created.
Yeah. That's really nice. And look at the edge here. This is really a swell, elegant value study there.
Thank you.
I don't like this particular... it's hard to get it in and out of here, and it really challenges my
Yeah,
brain.
I see that.
And then
Just
that
put
little
it- yeah.
fluffy
She
piece
hates
of
the-
crap there. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
This is why she doesn't make journals like that.
Shut that baby up. Oh, and look, and then here's the washer.
Mm-hmm.
On that side, a washer. On this side, look at those little washers. I'll tell you what, those little boogers come in handy for all sorts of things.
I have video on this. I think there's even a process video of like most of the making. Not all. This is why I suck at the process thing, because I forget to video things. Or, so many days happen in between it. I forget that, if I've turned on the camera, it's just...
I really like this little guy.
It's one of my favorites. Actually, they're kind of all my favorites, but...
Handing it across.
Shibori took a long time.
It did take a very long time. Well, it took a very long time for the coming together of the pieces and parts.
Yes.
And then I think that's the thing that you need to keep in mind, that if you do something that is going to be thematically, you may not have all the stuff. And I noticed that John David, he has what he calls the excommunication box. He stuff he just keeps putting in a big box until enough of it it creates a mass that he can then do it. And then he just does like 5 journals. They're not really journals. They're books to write in.
And says the stencil bits can be painted or inked and used as embellishments. I have done that, but I haven't been able to cut up a stencil. I love my stencils too much. See, we'll cut them up for you and then make them an available stencil, so then it's okay.
But now see, every one of these is just a little bit different. I didn't cut them out the same. But I just think that that is so cool.
Yes, Susan. I will share the Shibori video in Makers. Thank you for asking. I will do that. Okay. Oh, Nisa can't cut hers up either. So see, there you go. When P's like, why doesn't everybody just cut theirs up? I'm like, I don't think everybody's as comfortable doing that.
Well, they also don't have somebody that, you know, you holler down the stairs and say, could I have another one of those, please?
It's too damn dark up here. I cut it and it wasn't right. She had some of those.
But hey, I made it work.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know which one it is.
Oh, you did?
I did.
You kept it. Very nice. You got enough paint on it. Probably seals it up.
No, that's one of those that you sent off.
Oh, well, somebody
else...
You
know why I know that?
Oh.
Because where I screwed up was here on these little dots right here.
What?
So I just cut them out, made them go
boop, oh.
boop, boop, scallopy rather than circles.
Wow. One of you 2 lucky people that have one.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah. I didn't endorse that, but I'm okay with it now.
Oh, Brenda, she alters hers. She likes it. She does it a lot to make them more my own. Yeah. We highly encourage that.
And, you know, that's what's cool when you order them not cut out, and then you have that option. The other thing you can do is you could leave one side straight and then just cut out this side. I've done that, too, on, I don't know, that one...
Hey, Fran?
Fran's here.
Coming in at, like, 2 minutes under the wire.
Hey, Fran, we've been thinking about you.
Yeah.
A lot. I told you to get well because we missed you.
There you go, Ann. Ann says maybe I'll cut up my stencils that are not from PM Artist Studio.
I do that too. And then I put them back together. I have a whole thing here of Franken stencils. Mariah looked through these the other day and she's like, oh my God.
Yeah, there's pieces and it looks like a little, I don't know. I guess it's probably what Frankenstein.
It's the heaviest. Ah!
It's attacking.
I'll have to remember not to roll. We've got pieces and parts all over the floor over here. I put aliens in here because I didn't know. Yeah.
And
the problem is, see, this happens. You get a glob.
Aw, we miss you too, Fran. She says she's not great, but I hope you're at least getting better.
Yeah, I mean, I just know that, I swear we had it. And it took weeks. And probably part of the problem is I shouldn't put these together until they really are rather dry. And sometimes I don't have time to wait for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that cluster business right there.
Yeah.
I tried taking it apart, and then I was like, okay, I can either spend my time doing this.
Oh, yeah, and here's this one that, I forget about this because the rest of it's hanging back yonder there.
It's the pieces from inside.
Yeah. And this was one of our really early.
She's not worse. And she's been making notes on Thursday Thoughts. Fantastic. We love Fran notes.
Oh, we do, because...
Now, did you write them in a marker rather than, no pencil?
Yeah, because I can't read it. Fran, I haven't had eye surgery yet. Oh, look, Mariah, here's some gears. You should put that into the giveaway pile. You could probably even get 2 pieces out of that.
Well, that thing's got a little weight on it.
It does.
Some of that.
Oh, look, and I found some other stuff. Here's swirly thing in small form.
Well, that's the ATC form or version of the thing.
And here's one of my... Oh, we're talking about early. This I did this one when I was in Alaska.
Yeah, those
This
are
is
made
from
out of
a
manila.
file folder. But you can see it's building up in the middle. See that? Yeah, it'll do that. And sometimes I just wanted 3 dots. How about that?
How about that?
Oh, that's a nice little old mushy print that would
Okay,
be.
we're at time. I'm cutting you off.
You are?
I mean, unless you guys want to continue looking through her weird folder of stuck things. That's what I'm gonna start relabeling her folders.
Weird layer of stuck together things.
More things of stuck things together.
See, this is a corner piece, which you can take it like that, and then you can move it up here and put it like that.
And maybe I should start a folder of, can I send this to people so you can approve it.
Oh, and look, and here's my little 3 guys. I was looking for you.
Oh, Brenda says pry them apart with a palette knife or maybe stick them in the freezer.
I think this one, I haven't used this one, but isn't it wonderful?
That's the inner bit. And you can actually get that if you order the large rustic gears, the duo, then we'll send you that piece. But if you order a single, I can't do it.
Is that what that is?
Then somebody would
This
be
is from
sad.
Wonky Railroad.
Let me see. That one, that could be from Wonky Railroad. But that piece right there that you have just had in your hand,
It's from Gears. Yeah,
that's
I see
the
that.
big rustic gears.
Ain't that a grand piece? I'm going to leave that out and do something with that. But here, this one,
Well, she's a little rough, and I'll tell you, I mean, yes, she would do it.
see, I taped this together with the crappy tape. It's the outsides of net. It would be the outer sides of net, and I taped them together so that they made a little laddery thing.
Uh-huh.
That's the top and bottom. Oh my gosh, look, here's Texas.
See, we find things. But that with the rest of them, you really, I don't know what the organization, I don't know that there's an answer. It's ever evolving.
See, here's the flat edge. So then I glue them together. But this one, I went ahead and left it straight because I like that, having that as an option.
Yes.
They're organized. See, they're in a folder.
I told you the X's were over here. Hi, Evie.
Oh, and see, the reason I wanted, because I wanted to show them one of the original. Now, this is something that I cut out. I don't.
Wait, let me see that. I'll tell you what it is. Well, okay. Maybe I'll tell you what it is. I don't
know.
I don't know.
I think I've altered it enough you can't.
Yeah.
This is one of the original Frankenstencils. Oh, and here's the rest of it, Mariah. Little pieces and parts. But can you see all of the tape on it?
You know, it's better if you hold it in the big area down flat.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
See it?
That's
see
better.
it?
We've talked about making that into.
But I think I think it's a work of art just in and of itself.
Yes, you could like hang that up.
And this is black gesso. Oh, I know. I was making little things to tear out.
Yeah, for
Dita.
Dita.
Dita, but
Dita
also
has some
a
of that
collage.
art.
Yeah, she does. Did a collage.
Oh, under
that.
Welsh law, Fran can't leave until at least Tuesday. But she has to be clear.
Oh, so you're stuck up.
Yeah, in Wales.
Oh, man. Here's the innards of one that's back behind me there. I was going to tape them together, and I got bored with it.
Oh, like little archways. Yes, Lexi. That was a good call on that. Little archways. The more Frankenstencil. But that's actually the pieces from Melty Morocco. So you could make one of those if you have Melty Morocco, and we sent you the outer bits because you requested it.
Yeah, here's the other part about the outer bits. I think I can get it off here. Sometimes I send these to John David when they get so corroded that I can't really use them. Oh yeah, and here's
some.
Alien eye. Oh, I don't know. Maybe married up.
See, guys, when I tell you, it's probably stuck to something. I'm not joking. That is serious. One day we'll just make a sculpture out of it all. Are you at the end of the folder?
Mm-hmm.
Can we say goodbye to all these lovely
Uh-huh.
folks and say we'll see you on Tuesday?
They're liking this. I can tell by the comments. Or lack thereof.
Susan says, I love that.
I'm really glad I'm getting these apart because I like these guys, and I think the reason I didn't use them the last time was I didn't have.
And Fran, I haven't gotten your envelope yet to put together yet, but I have things collecting for you.
Well, it'll be a nice little surprise for her when she gets home.
Yes.
We'll put a thing on the outside that tells Ian not to open it, that it's
That's
for
right.
you.
It's not tomatoes. She'll think that's funny.
There we go. I got them apart, y'all.
Fantastic.
And then here's some of my Matisse pieces.
Oh, thank you so much, Ratchet Up. All right, guys. Let's call this the end.
The end.
As yes.
Impression plate.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you want to see more and know more and all that, go to Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. That's where we all hang out. That's also where you're going to find information on the collab and the giveaway. Otherwise, we will see you on Tuesday because on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Central, that's when we stream. 10 a.m. on Sundays. Super fun. We will do you're not getting those off there. We already tried that. There we go.
That might have settled.
Sure. We'll let you know how that goes on Tuesday. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you on Tuesday.